Hello robot builders and Zoe the Robot fans. As you can see, Zoe is a little bit taken apart, not feeling too well today. I have her top half removed from her drive and power section, and I have removed the batteries. You can see the cables laying loose there for the power connections. And in an earlier video I showed these fuse blocks, but I don't think it was a very good shot. And down there is the saber-tooth motor driver. Now Zoe's power section and drive section has a control panel built in, separate control panel with an emergency stop switch on the top. I finally put a back skin on her, so she now has more clothing basically. Now Zoe herself, the computer section and body and everything is over here. I have been working on her. I've added this extra panel on the side. It's got 4 very bright LEDs to tell me the status of the chatbot. Red is she's not accepting text right or speech right now, and there's a couple other colors on there to indicate learn mode and when it's okay to speak with her. I've also added a control panel to the front of Zoe. That switch turns on the power to the servo board that controls her head. However, I also have that on a relay now so that that power to the servo motor can be turned on by the computer. There's 4 buttons on there and 4 toggle switches. The buttons will connect to a fidget board, I/O board, so that I can send signals to Zoe when she is operating autonomously or operating without her monitor. Now, right now I have her hooked up to the monitor because I've been doing some programming, and we will get to that shortly. This is Zoe's user interface, and you can see more if I zoom in, but what I really wanted to show you is this button up here, View Action Log. That shows me a log of events that Zoe processes while she is chatting. And each event has an ID field in the database, timestamp, the software method inside the code that is executing at the time, and over here is an action. And I've got some of these lines color-coded. There's a light yellow one. I'll show you what that means. But it all starts with the blue one. The blue one is new input. And I said to Zoe, I said, the Jupiter 2 has landed on the White House lawn. And she went through a series of steps to process that. There's one up there that says assigning parts of speech. And when it gets down to the bottom, there's one that says step 2, loop through potential replies get output extra words, apply points, completed, time 3.35 minutes. That is way too long to be waiting for Zoe to come up with a reply. Another thing I wanted to show you in this chat, or in this log, is that the input is highlighted in blue, the reply is highlighted in green. That's the stuff where the computer was doing all the hard work, from the input to the reply. If you look over at this side of the screen, there is the timestamp for all those different steps. Now, if you look at that blue one, there's a timestamp 16:08:18, and the one right below it is 16:08:21. Now that is 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 4 seconds. So 4 seconds is acceptable from the stuff that I've looked at and studied. 4 seconds is okay. If you get down to this one, 16:08:25, and then the next thing that the robot was working on was at 16:08:36. That is 11 seconds. That delay is highlighted in hot pink because that is a potential problem, and that is why it's highlighted. So I can look at that and see that that's where the delay was, and the delay here was getting the 24 potential replies scored, and that took 10 seconds, which is not a bad number. I mean, it was earlier, it was 3 minutes, so that's pretty good. Now, all these other places that's highlighted in hot pink, you'll notice this very bottom one, 16:14:14. However, that was when the user clicked the View Actions Log button. That's when I opened up this form. And because that's the user doing that and not the computer, that hot pink does not apply because users are slow compared to computers. So that's not bad. I can fix that in the code, but if I change it to change all these colors while it's scanning through this log, it slows it down a little bit. So, but I might do that anyway, because all of these hot pink, here's a whole bunch of them. If you look over here, it's the user clicked the button, mic off. User clicked the button, mic on. So I don't really care how long that takes. It's only the stuff that the computer has to respond to is where I worry about the delay. That's all for now.